The rumors of Travis Hunter joining the Kansas City Chiefs have sent shockwaves through the entire NFL world. Even before any official deal is signed, fan forums and sports talk shows are buzzing non-stop. Just imagine it. The most explosive two-way college football star teaming up with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid's offensive mastermind system. The offense was already deadly, but now with Hunter's potential on both sides of the ball, defensive coordinators are already losing sleep. Chiefs fans are packing Arrowhead Stadium like the Lombardi Trophy is being lifted tonight, waving red and gold flags in pure excitement. Adding Hunter to the Mahomes-Kelce duo is like inserting a cheat code into the league. Need a deep threat? He's got it. Need a clutch defensive play? He's got that too. And the craziest part, he's only 22. His ceiling practically limitless. NFL analysts are saying this move will reshape the league. Rival defensive coaches still searching for answers. Hunter's athleticism and football IQ fit the Chiefs system so perfectly that Vegas odds have already shifted. Some sports books are placing Kansas City as the Super Bowl 59 favorite before a single down is played. Even inside the locker room, the energy is off the charts. Kelce says, when this kid steps on the field, you can feel the electricity. While Mahomes added, getting a weapon like Travis changes everything. He's going to flip the game. In short, Travis Hunter's potential move to the Chiefs isn't just a headline, it's a dynasty-defining moment. And if this deal goes through, calling them championship favorites might just be an understatement. Chiefs, Kingdom, buckle up. The 2025 season is about to make history. The Chiefs ranked 27th in the league in explosive plays per dropback, managing to gain more than 15 yards only 6.2% of the time. That's not championship caliber production, especially for a team with Patrick Mahomes at the helm. The only teams worse in that category, the Browns, Giants, Patriots, Dolphins, and Bears, all of whom were watching the playoffs from their couches. The numbers get more alarming, just 6.7 yards per attempt. Firmly in the league's lower tier, only 42 passing plays of 20-plus yards, sixth worst in the NFL. And only 4 passing plays of 40-plus yards, tied for second worst in the entire league. Their longest pass of the season, a modest 54 yards, third worst league-wide. Stats like that don't win rings. They get coordinators fired and postseason dreams shattered. But here's why Rashee Rice changes the equation entirely. This young phenom has a rare blend of explosiveness, precision, and football IQ. He can turn a 5-yard slant into a 50-yard sprint. He separates deep downfield. He improvises when plays break down. And that is exactly the kind of player Kansas City was sorely missing last season. The chemistry he shares with Mahomes, it was already forming in those first 4 games before the injury, timing, trust, rhythm, all showing flashes of something truly special. And while Mahomes has elevated many receivers, Rice is one of the few with the talent to elevate Mahomes right back. That kind of mutual synergy is how you build dynasties, break records, and win Super Bowls. See, when you're the Kansas City Chiefs and you've scaled the NFL summit multiple times, every decision is scrutinized under a microscope, like an insect pinned in a lab. Every draft pick, every free agent signing, every trade, it all matters because the margin for error narrows to razor-thin levels when you're trying to sustain greatness. And that's precisely where we find ourselves today, discussing a move that could define the next decade of Chiefs football. The 2025 NFL draft came and went. And while most fans were laser focused on the flashy top picks, something intriguing was brewing down at pick number 32. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pick 32? That's just the last pick of the first round. What's the big deal? Let me tell you, that mindset is exactly why so many people miss the forest for the trees when it comes to constructing championship rosters. True dynasties aren't built on just the top 5 picks that everybody obsesses over on social media. They're forged in the fire of identifying hidden gems where others see risk, spotting raw talent where others see question marks, and having the guts to make bold decisions when the stakes are sky high. And that's precisely what Kansas City did when they stepped up to the podium and announced their selection. The name that echoed through the draft was Josh Simmons, an offensive tackle from Ohio State University. Now, before you roll your eyes and mutter, another offensive lineman, how thrilling, let me break down why this pick could either be the steal of the draft or the haunting misstep that shadows this franchise for years. First off, let's talk about what Ohio State has been producing lately in the trenches. We're talking about a veritable factory of NFL.
NFL isn't just about what a player can do when they're healthy. It's about projecting what they can contribute over the course of a grueling, punishing NFL career. And when you're a championship-caliber team, like Kansas City, every detail counts. Simmons had been battling injury concerns that caused scouts and front offices to pause. Questions that didn't necessarily take him off the board, but certainly forced teams to weigh the risk against the potential reward. And that's exactly the kind of high-stakes calculus that separates championship organizations from perennial underachievers. Now let's talk about Kansas City's specific situation, because context in the NFL is everything. The Chiefs have faced questions along their offensive line, particularly at the "Listen up, Chiefs Kingdom? Y'all think you know what's next for your beloved red and gold? Think again." This franchise just pulled a move that sent shockwaves through the entire NFL landscape, and I'm here to unpack exactly why this decision could propel Kansas City into an unstoppable dynasty, or leave them vulnerable to a dramatic fall. Don't you dare scroll past this. Watch every second of this breakdown. Smash that like button. Drop a W in the comments if you believe in the Chiefs, or an L if you've lost faith, and hit that subscribe button. Because what I'm about to reveal will forever transform how you see this team's future. Despite his 2,651 career receiving yards and 10 touchdowns, Pitts has yet to reach his full potential. Falcons OC Zach Robinson admitted as much, questioning his consistency and detail. With his 5th-year option approaching, Atlanta risks losing him for nothing. For a team like Kansas City, obsessed with speed, mismatches, and creative chaos, Pitts could be the perfect torchbearer. He can block, split out wide, and terrorize zones with Mahomes, threading dimes. This isn't just about replacing Kelce, it's about extending the dynasty. At 24, Pitts has the upside. Paired with Mahomes' prime and Reed's genius, this could be a generational marriage. Patrick Mahomes was sacked 6 times, a brutal indictment of a line that buckled when it mattered most. That collapse didn't just end their dream of a historic three-peat. It sent the front office back to the drawing board. Last season, the offensive line conceded 41 sacks, placing them 16th in the NFL. Not catastrophic, but far from championship caliber when your franchise rides on the shoulders of football's ultimate talisman. Mahomes is the lifeblood of this dynasty. Keeping him upright isn't a priority, it's a mandate. So the Chiefs didn't tiptoe into free agency. They plunged in head first. Their marquee splash? A 2-year, $30 million pact with Moore. On paper, it looked ambitious. In reality, fans are already experiencing buyer's remorse. Drafted in the 5th round in 2021 by San Francisco, Moore spent 4 seasons as a reserve, logging just 12 starts as a swing tackle. His 2024 cameo, 5 starts at left tackle, sparked just enough optimism to lure Kansas City into overpaying. Whether they unearthed an overlooked gem or hastily patched a chronic issue, shelling out $30 million for a glorified backup raised eyebrows across the league. Then came the 2025 NFL Draft, where Kansas City doubled down by selecting Ohio State's Josh Simmons in the 1st round, their presumed long-term answer at left tackle. With Simmons recovering from a knee injury, Moore will man Mahomes' blindside to open the season. But once the rookie is cleared for action, Moore's starting gig and relevance could vanish overnight. If he falters, Moore could become the league's most expensive clipboard holder. His $11.2 million cap hit this season swells to $18.7 million in 2026. That's a steep tab for someone with just 5 quality starts on his resume. The contract offers an off-ramp. Cut him after 1 year, absorb $10.7 million in dead cap, and recoup $8 million. Not ideal, but far better than total disaster. The Chiefs rolled the dice that Moore's brief success hinted at hidden upside. Not a fluke. But if Simmons proves the real deal, Kansas City may pull the plug on Moore's deal much sooner than expected. In today's NFL, protecting your quarterback is the gold standard, and this gamble could unravel under the weight of expectation. While the offensive line situation stirs anxiety, the front office hedged their bets by bringing back a familiar playmaker, Marquise Hollywood Brown. Despite last season's painful finale, the Chiefs' roster remains largely intact. Their off-season strategy prioritized continuity over overhaul, and one reunion, in particular, raised eyebrows. It's the beginning of something much deeper. What we're seeing now is about far more than football. It's about legacy, longevity, relationships, and decisions that keep grown men awake at night. The Kansas City Chiefs have been the gold standard of the NFL for nearly a decade, and one of the primary architects of that success, right alongside Patrick Mahomes, has been number 87, the heartbeat of their offense, the safety valve in every crisis. But when whispers start about retirement, when a legend begins to publicly float the idea of year-by-year thinking, that's when you know the foundation is beginning to tremble. Let me paint the full picture. This isn't just about a tight end nearing the end of his career. This is about the potential end of an era, one that redefined dominance in professional football. We're talking about a duo, Mahomes and Kelce, that has tortured defensive coordinators, rewritten record books, and shattered playoff expectations year after year. But now, and that's why Chiefs fans should be concerned, because this isn't just any player. This is Patrick Mahomes' most trusted weapon, his red zone assassin, his third down lifesaver. When the pressure is suffocating and the moment demands a play, Mahomes looks one way, toward 87, and Kelce delivers. Always has. Until maybe now, because here's the truth. Last season, the numbers told a different story. Production dipped. Red zone dominance wasn't as automatic. Explosiveness wasn't quite the same. Was it age? Offensive evolution? Fatigue? Or was it something deeper? Like a man already mentally wrestling with what life after football might look like? Let's not forget, Father Time is undefeated, and while Kelce still has flashes of greatness, the question isn't, can he still play? It's, does he still want to? Because there's a brutal reality in this game. The hits feel heavier when you know the end is near. The mental weight becomes crushing, and suddenly, every yard you fight for becomes more expensive, more taxing. If Travis Kelce steps away soon, it reconfigures the entire Chiefs' offense. For years, defenses have been forced to game plan around the Mahomes-Kelce connection. Double teams, bracket coverage, entire schemes designed to neutralize Dr. 87 over the middle. If that element disappears, defensive coordinators get aggressive. The field compresses. Mahomes is forced to rely on unproven weapons in the biggest moments. It's not just a personnel shift, it's a seismic tactical shift. And it doesn't end there. There's also the contract situation, a variable every fan needs to factor in. When a player of Kelce's stature enters a contract year, it's never just about dollars. It's about what's left to prove, what matters most, and what kind of legacy you want to leave behind. Let me tell you something that gets lost in the noise. Championship windows are fragile. They don't slam shut all at once. They creak. They shift. And then, without warning, they're gone. The Chiefs' core, Mahomes, Kelce, Chris Jones, has carried this franchise to greatness. But believing it'll last forever? That's a mistake history has punished time and time again. Y'all better brace yourselves. Because what I am about to reveal is about to send seismic waves across the entire NFL landscape. This isn't your run-of-the-mill locker room chatter. This is high-stakes, championship-tier drama that's got me fired up and ready to break it all down for you. Watch this video till the very end. I'm dropping game-changing insight that every true Chiefs fan needs to hear. Drop a W in the comments if you're still riding with the dynasty. Drop an L if you think the Chiefs are losing their grip. And don't forget to slam that subscribe button. It's about to get real. Now listen up, because what's unfolding in the NFL right now has more plot twists than a primetime thriller. And I'm here to dissect it, layer by layer. I've been around this league long enough to recognize smoke from fire. And right now, there's some wild delusion coming out of Miami that's got the entire football world buzzing. Thank you guys, see you next video.